Well, some additional thoughts on Jid, the Never story. I start the video and then my train of thought abruptly departs. Cool. That's great. I guess I'll state the least obvious, since you can't see it on the screen here, but I look to my right and I look at the track list on Tidal and I have a heart next to every track. Even Underwear, which initially Underwear, even though I enjoy the song, every time it pauses and he makes that little joke about, oh, he said underwear, that's funny, that's weird, whatever. It's kind of throwing me off, but I'm still into it. And I think it really comes down to Jids or JID or Jitty. I like Jitty personally, although I don't think that's an approved name. I guess Jid is short for jittery. I really like this guy's flow. I really, really do. I don't, unfortunately, it's hard to give specific examples for something like that, but there's something about this guy and how he changes up his flow and his voice is just continually interesting. And for him to do that on a debut album is very impressive. It's very impressive. And I can see why there are tons of people are putting in suggestions saying you got to do DiCaprio 2. Everyone's saying the Forever Story, of course. It's fun to see in the comment sections people going, well, no, I really like Never Story. Well, no, DiCaprio 2. Like, there's an argument over which album is the best one, and it's not because, people are struggling to find out, oh, well, this is the worst. It seems like all three have just been elevated so high and held in high regard, which is really cool. And I can see why people are getting so excited about this guy, especially since the Forever Story is getting so many accolades. If he's just on this upward trajectory, that's cool. That's very promising. It'll be neat to see where he ends up. I am very glad I did this first. Now when I go into the Forever Story, although I don't know when I'm going to do that, a lot of people are saying do DiCaprio 2. If I do it in order, you guys know how long it takes for me to get through discographies. It frustrates me too. I hope that helps people out there. It also frustrates me because on one hand I get torn of, well, if I just do Jid, then everybody who doesn't want to hear that is going to be bored and they're going to leave for a while, And so I try and do stuff that makes sense. In doing so, nothing makes sense. I try and kind of spread it out a little bit, but it's tough. It is tough. Because now I do want to hear the Forever Story, especially since it's there makes references back to this original album. And, with the original album fresh in my mind, it makes more sense to do so. But I've already got tracks planned or albums planned out. And so it's tough. Anyway, there you go. I watched the video to Hereditary and I recall talking about how, what kids grow up in and what you see, and then it translates forward. And so the video for Hereditary made perfect sense to me. What I really liked about that video was at the end, when the girl is cheating on him, he just walks away. Okay, fine. We'll see ya. And I don't know, not to say that's necessarily the best answer if you're in a relationship and somebody does that. But, if somebody's not going to take the time to respect you or care about you or give you the attention that you deserve, I don't know if there's a whole lot of calories that need to be wasted trying to make that happen, Go find someone else. I know it's harsh. And, there's obviously a lot of context that feeds into that. But there you go. I really enjoyed that because I feel like so often in hip hop, it turns into this macho thing where now we're going to fight and blah, blah. And it's like, why would you fight over somebody who's cheating on you? Just bye. Anyway, there you go. I don't think I watched the video for Ed, Ed, and Eddie, which is too bad because I think it's a cartoon based off of a cartoon, or the video itself is animated. I don't think I watched that. Maybe I'll watch that right now. Something that really strikes me too about this album that I enjoyed so much, his flow is fantastic. So vocally, it's very easy to stay entertained. The production's good, but it's kind of a chill album. It's not really super aggressive. It doesn't get crazy loud. And so I can just listen to it. And in some ways it's weird because I feel like how does the mind work where you can have something on and it doesn't fully engage, but it exists in like this background realm. And sometimes that's a good thing, but sometimes that's a bad thing. Sometimes you realize you're listening to music, but you realize you don't hear it. And so technically that sounds like it's bad because you're not listening to it. So maybe that means the music is uninteresting. This one seems to be on that same coin, but on the other side. Where, yeah, I'm not actively listening to it, but it's there and I hear it and I enjoy it the whole time. If that makes any sense. I don't know if it does, but every time I put it on, it's like my brain would shift over and think, okay, we're going to get into some I don't want to say intense rapping, but I think maybe my brain is kind of conflating interesting and complicated and evolving flow with aggressive rap. So maybe that's what was happening for me. It was just this conflict that exists for some reason. And so I'd put the album on and think, okay, kind of get ready to listen because it's gonna change up a lot. There's gonna be a lot going on vocally. But then it's pleasant and it's chill, and you don't have to work at listening to him because his delivery is so just good. It's smooth. You can hear what he's saying. It's interesting because the flow is constantly shifting around, but it's not erratic. This is great. There you go. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. It's great. I just enjoyed the shit out of the album. I've got heart sinks to every track. Yeah. I suppose that's it. Now I'm back into the repeating myself territory, which I think means I'm done. Friday, I am finally getting to A Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory. Finally. It's been way too long, far overdue on that. And then those of you who are watching this on Wednesday night, Thursday nights, I am going to start doing live streams from 7 to 8:30 Pacific, highlighting new artists, listening to new songs, trying to get some traction for people who are, just have killer music that for some reason isn't getting heard. We'll see where that goes. I'm very hopeful. I'm very excited, but you never know. We'll see. I'm going to be patient with it and just see if it grows into something. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, okay. There you go. No harm in trying. And I guess that's it. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow night, and if not, on Friday for some Low End Theory. Finally.